Hello, fellow TELPAS managers and administrators. I'm going to walk you through doing the mail merge for the cover sheet for the writing collections. And what I did, let me find my phone. Here's how you do your cover sheet. You open the file that Omar sent you, TELPAS Writing Collection Cover Sheet Merge Data. You also open your latest ST211. Okay, and what you want to copy from here is the grade, the ID number, and the student name. Okay, you want to copy that over to this. So let's start with the student name. You can just copy it the way it is in the form. You can double click here to automatically raise this, the width. Copy the ID. You just click the values if you want. You don't have to copy the format if you don't want to. This just helps me out. Okay. You see it here in my source. I had already, this is the file I used for this one. I did this one to make things simpler for you guys. Okay. You don't need your ST211 anymore. Now, if you have already decided who the raters are and the verifiers are, and you have that information available, you can fill that in here and it will be inputted on the cover sheet. Okay. Once you have this, if you don't have it already figured out, leave it blank and nothing will be printed in those areas. Okay. Save your data. Close it. Okay. Go back to the form for the cover sheet. Okay. Okay. Now, you see here, it already has fields filled in for you. These are fields that for the template file that I sent you. Now, to make sure that they're meeting, you go to Mailings, select Recipients, use Existing List, go to where you have your data saved, the spreadsheet. Open it. There's only one sheet to choose from, so you should, okay. Now, well, quick way to check to see if it made the connection is right here, click on Preview Results. Okay. Okay, it may be that it's misspelled differently. So we'll check that out in a second. Okay. Change preview. You see here it has student name, student ID. Here you type in your school name. You will input the grade. Here you type in how many samples are going to be in your collection. 5 or more. Here's where the rater is if you have that information in the spreadsheet. If you don't, it won't input it. Over here, printed name of the rater. Now, since it didn't match, we're going to go and say Insert. There you go, and choose verifier. Okay. This way it's identified the same. Now, however you format your field is how it will be formatted in your output. Like I said, sorry, sometimes it's hard to tell. Okay. Now when you go back to mailings, you print preview, it'll fill in the information that you have in your data file. You can forward through it, see each one. Okay. Some of them, if the name's real big, like here, you may need to adjust the font so that it appears. I would suggest you go through and see if there are any you need to adjust the font size to make sure that it fits on one line. Okay. When you're ready, you go here to mailings, finish and merge, print documents. Do them all, click OK. Choose Adobe PDF to print it to a PDF file. Remember, this is a 2-page document, so print it to a PDF file. I would put it in the same folder as I have the files and click Save. And the reason I say do this is so that if for some reason a page gets messed up, you can go to the PDF and print the cover sheet for that student without having to go through the whole process of thumbing through, right? Plus, when you don't want to print them until you're ready to put the collections together. Okay? It creates a PDF, that's it's doing right now. It's going through the whole process. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and cancel it. Okay? It's so big. Click Save. Whenever you leave this, just save it. It's going to show you what's gotten done so far. It got through 87 of my 500 and something. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so what you're going to do here when you're ready to print, you're going to choose your printer, and you're going to tell it to print on both sides, flipping along the long edge. And that way, it will come out with this on the front of the cover sheet, and this on the back. And then you put it on your collection and staple it together. And then you have the people that need to initial everything here and sign for the teacher. You verify with initial here and sign. And then the same thing over here. They would write the rating on here, the teacher would, the rater. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, you can call me. I share my number with everybody. I'm more than happy to help walk you through this if you need to. Thank you for your time.